Clayton Locke writes, "Hey guys, big fan of the show. I know you get questions about video game movies a lot and that you've said that they're all bad. There's already talk about movie adaptations for Splinter Cell, Assassin's Creed, and Valve's Half-Life and Portal games. But my question is, are there any games out there that you think would become great quality film adaptations if done right?"
Okay, here's the big caveat on that is your final phrase there. If done right. A movie, first of all, thank you so much for the question. A movie about me going to Panera for a cup of tea can be awesome if done right.
I don't know about that.
A movie about almost anything, if done right, could be fantastic. See, the problem with video game movies
A lot of wiggle room.
is that you get some stories that present themselves as being less or more difficult to do right. There are a lot of video game movies are very difficult to do right because games are not they're not designed for narrative, they're designed for gameplay, which is the way it should be, and that's why games are awesome. And different stories lend themselves. So some stories are easier to do right. Some stories and material are harder to do right. But if you're just going to put the blanket statement on it, hey, if this game is done right, well then of course it'll be awesome. If that story is done right, that'll be awesome. If done right, though, is the big catch. That's the catch. And so far, none of them have been able to be done right because these are stories and material meant for gameplay, not for narrative. Amy Rose, what are your thoughts?
Well, out of the ones you listed, I think Portal is a really cool game, and I think that it's going to be a really interesting alternate dimensions. I just think it will be a really cool game. I've always really wanted to see the Batman Arkham City storyline in a film. I think that would be really great. And yeah, as John said, I don't really think a Panera film about John would be that interesting, but with the right script and the right director and vision, I mean, you can. And the cool thing about video games is some of the storylines are so elaborate and imaginative and creative, unlike all the reboots and remakes happening. So they can make a really good film, but I personally really like the game developers to be involved with the process. Otherwise, it kind of just is loosely based on the game, and I think it loses a lot of the love and appeal behind the games. So it can be done right. I think Assassin's Creed will say a lot because Michael Fassbender, I feel like he can do no wrong. So I think that's going to be a really cool, and it's a great game. So yeah.
I'm going to disagree with you though on getting the game developers. I think one of the reasons so many video game movies have failed is because in the contracts, the game companies have had some veto power and have had say in scripts. These are game makers, not filmmakers, so I don't want them involved at all, personally.
That's why it has to be a collaboration. But
I don't think it should be a collaboration
the original
either.
vision, it comes with the whole thing with Marvel characters, with anything with built-in franchises. Fans want to know that it's true to what we grew up on, what we played, something like that. One thing that just came to mind, how cool would it be with a Mario Kart game, a movie? Are you kidding? That'd be so cool. Mario Kart?
But I've said this for a long time, and I'm going to stick by this. The most true movie adaptation to a game ever was Dungeons and Dragons. That was the most true adaptation and possibly the worst movie ever made. So
some shouldn't be touched.
Games are different. I mean, I'm sure my absolute stance is wrong in many ways.
Collaboration. That's what it's about. Bring it to the film. Keep it true to the game.
Let the game makers be game makers.
Leave them alone. That's all I'm saying.
Hey guys, if you like this video, make sure to stop what you're doing and subscribe to our AMC Theaters YouTube channel to keep up to date on all the movie news, editorials, and our AMC Movie Talk Show. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter to hear about all our special promotions, contests, and prize giveaways.